Oh, okay. Hi, I guess I'm introducing everybody. Hello, welcome to the first race of the first round of the 2023 Vice City No SSU tournament. Um,
There we go.
so
Now I'm live
we're
as well.
oh
Hi,
yeah,
Ansi.
hello. Hi.
How's
Okay,
it
yeah,
going?
that's me. I'm Auntie. That's Ben, English
Hi.
Ben of Eben.
English
Um,
Ben of Eben.
yep. So MH versus Barack is round one. MH has a 50-14, right?
I think I got a 5011, but I didn't update it.
Okay, well, I don't know what these guys' PBs are apparently, but
We could
it'll
have
be
like
a
a
good race.
PBs command maybe.
Yeah, we should. That'd be a good idea, actually. Um,
Let me
how are
do
you
that
guys
really
feeling?
quick.
Pre-game interview? Any pre-game interviewers? How are you guys feeling? Are you guys gonna? Who's winning?
No idea.
Great confidence, guys.
I was gonna say filled with confidence.
Look, man. I was getting some PBs, but lately it's just not been going well. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of shit this game's gonna throw at me today.
So you said 50-11, MH?
Yeah, or 5012 actually.
Barack, what's your PB? Like a 51, 52?
52-44.
52-44. Speedy boys, goddamn. All sub
Fast.
Eben, which immediately makes them fast.
That's so true.
So true. We should be able to do exclamation mark PB now. There you go. Huge. I'll probably forget to update that.
It's fine.
All right, cool. Something else to mention really quick is if you do exclamation mark bracket, I'll do it for you because you guys are probably too lazy to do it yourselves. There's a challenge link and it has the bracket for everybody. So you can see who's racing who, and as we do more and more races, you'll see the final times and who's moved on to the next round. So if you miss a race, you can see who won and spoil it for yourself, and so on and so forth. And that will be like the place where you can see basically, what's going on. The tournament isn't on one stream. They're going to be individual races because getting the entire GTA community to all be in one place at one time is impossible. So there might be one race tonight. There's going to be just one race, I think. Is there more? I think there's just one.
I believe there is only one race tonight.
Yeah, but sometimes we'll do back-to-back races if the runners are available. So you might see 2 or 3 back-to-back. And then the semifinals and the finals are a best out of 3. So I assume that we'll do those. If there's a best out of 3, we'll do all 3 back-to-back, I assume.
Maybe.
What happens when someone crashes unexpectedly? Does that mean they lose or what? That's a great question. Any ruling on that?
I'm gonna answer it because I know what the ruling is on this. Okay, if someone crashes, you can agree to do a rematch. Depending on what it is. I mean, there are some crashes where like you can obviously tell, but they were not supposed to happen. They were out of the blue. You can agree to rematch on those cases. If someone crashes the game deliberately, like, oh no, I started vigilante on hit the courier, like, then I don't know, like maybe in that case, probably don't deserve the re in that case. Or if you're already like 20 minutes behind and you crash, and maybe it's not worth reing in that case either. But ultimately,
It'll
it's
be
up
like a
to
gentleman's
the runners.
agreement by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's up to the runners. If they want to go again, nobody is gonna pressure them into one way or the other. It's up to them. But yeah, there you have it. Really, it really depends on the runners what they want to do.
Great
Also
explanation.
goes
Thank you.
for also goes for like soft locks that were not intended or
Yeah,
like
shit
were
game
not told the
glitches.
runner. Yeah, all that stuff.
Is there a list of the rules anywhere? Like any other rules that we should know about? Or is it just kind of info
more or
given
less
to commentators?
Yeah, more or less info or not leaderboard rules apply. So if you want to look at the rules, you can go to speedrun.com/GTAVC and you can see the rules for leaderboards. Aside from that and the going again if you crash or something thing. There's no extra rules. So if anyone has any questions, like feel free to ask. Like I can see chat during these races. So
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on chat as well. So
yeah.
without further ado, should we get going?
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. So did you guys decide on a race time link, or are we not bothering?
Nah.
All right, no worries. Let me pull up the timer real quick. So, do you want me to just count you in, or do you want me to give you like a long countdown so you have time to mute and deafen? Because obviously the runners aren't going to be in the room with us the whole time because it would just distract them. Do you guys need time to do that, or are you okay?
First cutscene is okay to do that, I guess. No need to have more time.
Oh yeah, sure. I guess yeah, you can just mute or whatever during that cutscene. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's do it then. We'll count down from 10. So GLHF. 10,
Thank you. GL.
9, 8,
Good luck.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Good luck,
Good luck,
gamers.
gamers. Good luck. Okay, so big, really big point here is that right off the bat, there are several different routes of varying speeds and safety. So I think especially for a race, like it's going to be critical how the beginning goes and what routes they go for. I'm suspecting that MH will try one frame because I know he tends to at least go for on races. I'm not sure what Brock will do. I think maybe he'll go for either the same or Molotov start. I'm not sure. Actually, it looks like they're both going for the Molotov start. Okay, so we're not turning their bikes around, so that means they're going to keep going south, which is where the Molotov rampage is.
Unless
so.
they just forgot.
Unless they just forgot, which is honestly fair enough. They're probably super nervous.
Yeah, I'd be sweating.
Oh, actually, or MH is going for a cop car because he just had a spawner here. Okay, well that's lucky. Brock is of course going for the Molotov. So a cop car, this saves. I don't remember. It's been a while since this was like necessary, but it saves.
It's,
I think,
it's
like
not a
20
lot,
seconds.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
like
you,
20
if you mess it up, you can definitely lose to a Molotov if you're not careful.
Yeah. Kind of like hit a car, so it may. I mean, like at this point, yeah, probably like 15 seconds. So at this point, yeah, there's not really much left to worry about in the because they didn't do the one frame route. And the one frame route, you're pretty much like anxiety driven for the first like 5 minutes of the game. But since MH has already got a cop car and Rock has got the Molotov start, they're both chilling for now. We don't have to worry about anything. I guess technically they can not make it to. Oh, MH is nervous. You can tell. They can technically not make it to Back Alley Brawl before the rampage ends.
But at this level of competition, you have to grief pretty hard to not make it. Like, you, even if you get awfully unlucky, you'll always make it if you're good enough. Like, this is something that you stop having to deal with when you're going for like sub 105 attempts.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not really expecting anything too dramatic to happen at the start here. Like, they're both really good players. So it will mostly be smooth sailing, I think, from here until Jerry Fury Dupe. There's another
like
risky route, but I'm not sure if they're going to go for it because it's kind of scary races. I guess we'll see.
I think the only like kind of bad thing that I can possibly think of that could happen on Jury Fury Dupe if you're like unfortunate enough is maybe you get like no good cars at the end of Back Alley Brawl, so you have to risk the one with the alarm and you get a cop. But like that's not the biggest deal. You just have to take like calls in a slightly different route, but it's not a big deal.
Yeah, so they're both obviously like way in time for Back Alley Brawl. They're good players. They're good. They're chilling. They've got like 30 seconds to spare. No worries at all.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning that to even qualify for this tournament, this wasn't like an opening one. It's like based on, there was a set like, what, 2-week period where you had to submit a time, not your PB, like a run that you completed within that period. to
Yeah.
and the fastest times the top 16 players got in. So yeah, everybody who is in this tournament has qualified by getting a decent time within the last couple of weeks. Like, everybody is an active runner. Everyone has a decent time.
Yeah. Brock hit a ped and almost died, which would have been devastating.
Yeah, I guess that could happen. We didn't think about that.
So MH did not go for a risky rampage start. You pick up the phone and the rampage at the same time. That's really risky. Doesn't save a lot of time and can lose a lot of time if you fail it. So good call not to go for that, in my opinion. I assume Brock will do the same. So if
Yeah,
we pick up
it
the
only
phone,
saves like 5 seconds or so.
Yeah. Okay, so we're both doing that. Okay, thank God. If you do that in a race, you're a very silly Billy. If that's my hot take on that. So some background info. I know MH has been doing a lot of races and a lot of attempts. I'm not sure about Brock. I haven't seen Brock in any races. I don't know if he's doing attempts lately, but I do think that, at least as far as races go, MH has got a ton of experience recently, and I wonder if that'll make the difference. What do you think, Ben?
What's that story? What, people actively racing?
Yeah, like MH has got a lot of experience of races in the last, like, I'd say like couple months or so, when VC races started getting like really active again. Like, he's been participating in several of them. And he's definitely got a lot of practice as a result, I think.
I mean, I think it definitely can't hurt, but I would argue that a race is very much just kind of like a no reset, right? So as long as you have practice doing no resets and you know backups and stuff, you should be mostly fine. Like, the
Yeah.
racing environment is just two people running parallel doing no resets, right? Like, the other person being there doesn't change your gameplay really at all. I guess it could,
Yeah.
in the sense of, like, maybe if you're really far ahead, you could start playing safer, so you could, you know, or if you're further behind, you would start playing riskier to try and close the gap a bit. But for the most part, your gameplay doesn't change based on your opposition.
Yeah. So MH got a car and Brock's got a car. It looks like they're both going to have plenty of time to Duke Jury Fury. So no early game disasters for either player. And honestly, they're doing pretty good considering the routes. Like, I'd say, but they're about the difference, but the cop car saves. They're about that difference between each other right now, I'd say. So
Florida moron.
pretty standard start. Is Brock gonna make it actually? Yeah, he is. He's fine. Okay, so they're both fine. They both got the Duke for sure, unless something goes tragically wrong for some reason here on Brock's side.
It
So it
like,
looks
gets
fine.
busted when he gets on the Fabio or something.
Oh yeah. I mean, it is a race. Like, the most insane. God knows what happens during these races.
Yeah.
Seems like they're fine.
It's also worth noting as well that we're not basing the times that you see on the stream. Obviously, it's a fairly good medium, but as you saw, like, MH started like a second before just because of like internet connections and delay and stuff. The times will be based on their auto splitter that they're running separately. So
Yeah,
even though Burak started a second behind, he isn't actually behind in terms of that second. Like, they started off on level pegging, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it would be like insane if a race came like that close, or it would like matter, like what you'd see
Yeah.
on stream like was
But
different.
just
to what
in
actually
case it matters,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
happened. Just disclosing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So since Brock got like melted by that pet earlier, like he has like really low health here, so he can just abandon the bike and save like a second, because what MH had to do was park the bike next to the barrel so that he gets comboed by the barrel and the bike when he blows himself up. But Brock didn't have to worry about that, so we saved a little bit of time not having to worry about parking it. So catching up a little bit at a time, like 1 second or so at a time. And this point on the run is where all the routes, so the Molotov route, the cop car route, the one frame route, they all merge at this point. And now it's pretty standard stuff, like no duping trickery for a while, but there's still a lot that can go wrong at like any corner. Like, you can get busted, you can die, like so many tragic things can happen. So
Yeah,
the race is still very far from decided.
The Cortez segment is like really simple to learn, but really hard to do super fast. Like, the missions are
Yeah.
really basic conceptually, But all of the super fast strats and the long drives and a lot of PCJ driving, it sucks to try and get good times in these segments.
Yeah. It's very easy to like fall off and like hit a car, and MH is probably only like 2 bike crashes ahead of Brock at the moment, so it's still super close considering. And MH has got this first drive down really well. Let's see if Brock does the same. So we're both using the sideways camera to like not spawn traffic in front of them, which goes hard on this mission. Especially down like long
Strat goes
straights.
so hard on this mission.
Yeah, feel free to screenshot. This return drive is really tough. And MH to the car, that's tough, but it's fine. You kind of recover pretty quickly. You can't run over any peds, otherwise you delay one level, which needs to go away to pass the mission. So there's so many things you have to watch out for on this drive. Like, it's very tough. Like, there's lots of turns and all sorts of scary stuff. Even a bus right there. What was that bus doing there? God damn. But he mostly got it fine. Brock also hitting a tree. Okay. Not a big deal. These drives are just super tough. It's not really too much of a shocker, but things go wrong on them from time to time. Another car getting in his... Okay, that was really unfortunate. Yeah. So MH definitely gained a bit of time on that return drive, I'd say. Interesting route for that grass there. I'm not sure if he meant to go over that curve like
Trying
that.
to go for the stereo approach of just launching himself over the whole thing. Works 1 in every 1,000 tries. Saves half a second.
True.
Based.
Okay. So MH is going for another safe strat. I mean, maybe he goes with some PB attempts too, I'm not sure. But there is a faster strat here now, but it's really hard. And respect for not going for it in a race, because if you mess that up, like it's...
Oh, Brock's lost his bike.
And
luckily there's another one, but that's pretty rough.
Yeah. Alright. Ooh, MH landing on the curb like a G. Goddamn. Crashing into that tree like a G. Alright, that was a pretty good mall shoot up by MH. This split's going decently well for him, I'd say. Apart from that like small hiccup on treacherous flying return drive. He's doing pretty well right now.
Yeah, honestly in a race, if you only drop 5 seconds in a segment, then you're pretty good. You can't really complain.
Yeah. He's skipping the Ruger. I think this is new. He doesn't always go for this, but he's skipping the Ruger. I wonder if that means he's gonna go for the nade
shotgun thing.
Yeah. Brock missed the French dude. Okay. I think MH is pretty confident on that strat, so he might just go for it for the fans. Pause fish.
I like how it took Vice City runners like 20 years to figure out how to speed up Guardian Angels.
I mean, it's like, it's one of those things where like you don't really like think about speeding up because you're like, you just dismiss it as an auto scroller, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, ah, well, fuck it. You know, what's the point?
Yeah, it's like surprisingly simple as well because it's just like, it's an auto scroller up until those guys spawn, but then it stops being an auto scroller.
Yeah. I mean, nobody really considered that, I feel like.
Yeah.
Who came up with the new strats on GA? I'm glad you asked. It was me. It was me. Okay. That's my glory for the stream. All right, he's getting in the cop car. I'm pretty confident he's going to go for a strat now because the shotgun is involved in the strat. There is a safe version with the shotgun, to be fair, but I didn't think about that he might be going for it instead. But it would be cool if he did the hard thing. And I'm sure that he knows that it would be cool and that it's on stream and there's billions of people watching from home. I didn't catch if Brock picked up the Ruger, so I'm not sure what he's going to do here. Alright, MH is timing this with a... Alright, I think he's definitely going for this. That was a pretty interesting grenade throw. Maybe he's not going for it. Is he? Oh my god, he's going for it. He's going for it.
Real shit.
Okay, that blew up way too soon, but the idea there...
I'm...
Wait.
Wait, was
someone
the
didn't
guy
die.
alive?
There's a Haitian that didn't die, but it's under the
Oh,
car. I
he's
don't know
under
if
the
you realized it.
car!
Oh no, troll face. Okay, so that's
After all
disappointing.
that.
That's disappointing, but hey, that's fine. At least you noticed. Troll face, tomfoolery. That's not a big deal. So he probably lost like, I don't know, 10 seconds trying to figure out what the heck happened there. So yeah, something that can happen sometimes is like, I don't even know how it happens because you never see it happen on screen, but like that Haitian just gets stuck under the car and he just goes unnoticed for like.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck he managed it because the car stops moving like the second they get out. Like, how does he end up under the car?
Alright, MH falling off the bike there, probably a bit frustrated, but that didn't go as he planned, but it's fine. Alright, this is MH's arch enemy in the game right now, the gate zip. Let's see if he gets it first try.
Huge.
Let's go.
Didn't
What a
fall over
king.
as well.
Yeah, what an absolute king. Gets the slide there. You need to do that slide if you skip the rigger like he did, otherwise you can't really move very fast in this call. So Brock went for traditional strats on Guardian Angels, respect. Still, I would say caught up considerably to MH because he didn't have any Haitians committing tomfoolery at the end there.
Yeah, that entire segment as well after the gate zip is actually really high level by MH. Like, it doesn't look like it, but the notion of changing the entire like order that you do things is actually like the most optimal way you can do it. Like, if you take the call as soon as possible, then you're like starting that like mini auto scroller before you start Diaz's mission, right? But then you can't chainsaw off the door, but there's actually a way to 0 time chainsaw off the door while you're recovering from the stumble animation while you're getting into the Infernus. Like, it's all genius.
Brock's struggling with the gate zip a little bit. He's going for his third try.
Lost the coin flip on this one, sadly.
Yeah, unlucky.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, it's not actually a coin flip, but
yes, it is. You can't say it's not.
Sometimes it might seem like it is. But yeah,
No,
anyways.
I mean, it is consistent. It's just, it feels like it's random sometimes, because sometimes this doesn't work.
Yeah.
One of those things.
It's a really mysterious trick. Alright, so MH is going for the super consistent, super easy, super fast chase strat found by Iguana, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty, like, thank God that was found.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah, no worries there, of course. Brock is on his way. I didn't mention, but this Infernus drive is really tough. Like, you gotta squeeze through a lot of tight spaces, and this car is
wide.
Not that pleasant to drive. Yeah, it's
big.
wide and it slides around a lot. Like, this drive is just tough.
The worst part, in my opinion, is going over the bridge, because if you floor it, you can just slam into another car as you land, and you just get wrecked. Like, or you can land on a car and flip and all sorts of stupid shit.
Yeah, because you go over that bridge kind of blind. You can't see what's on the other side of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can either opt for like just driving on a sidewalk, which has its own risks, such as drowning.
Yeah. Or like ramming a cop and getting 2 stars during the segment and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, tough. Alright, so MH is going to the heli that will be used for the next 25 minutes of the run. Brock is going to go for the same strat, I assume. Yep, looks like he's going for it. So he's going to shoot this driver and then take the car. Oh, wait, he got back in too early. Well, that's fine. You can back this up. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's going to do it the old way.
Yeah, so this is basically the old method. Not a big deal. So, like about a minute-ish difference right now, which is honestly still like nothing for these kinds of races, because like big mission fails lose much more than that. Losing this helicopter loses much more than that, so I still think it's really anyone's game.
Ain't got no suntan.
Then we got a beautiful landing behind the mansion there. That is not easy to do.
Those hitboxes on the, I don't even know what they're called, like the pillars next to the pool, they suck.
Yeah.
Twice the size.
Who put those there?
Honestly, that's what I'm saying.
No reason. MH is spamming replays a shit ton here. This is a new thing. It's a giga minor optimization. So if you're familiar with how this works, you play a close replay, right? So you get this weird state where you can just like spam shots really fast. If you like spam replays before that while you're on the call, you just buffer that so you don't have to play the replay like later. So you basically save like one replay's worth of time. So like 0.2 or 0.3 or something. It's kind of cool. It also mutes the game for some reason. I don't think anyone figured out why this happens.
That's weird.
Yeah, there's no sound until you like load in like the next island, which is strange. Alright, Brock coming in on this landing. Is he gonna nail it like MH did? The pressure's on.
It might be because there's no audio in replays, right?
Oh, that was landing. Yeah, I mean,
it's just getting stuck in like the replay audio bit, which is nothing.
Yeah, I generally don't have the slightest clue. Like I can only speculate as well.
That's my uneducated guess.
It makes sense. I could buy that.
Yeah. But I still don't know why it gets stuck there. But that's what I imagine. That's where it's getting stuck. I don't know why.
Alright, so MH, you know, not too bad on the shooting thing. That shooting section that you just went through is really tough to get fast. But he executed it kind of well. He's kind of nervous. I think he's got some nerves. I mean, I can see some shaking on this aim.
It's never good to go first. It's like when you were a kid and you had to do presentations. And you'd always want to go second because you don't want to go first, but then you want to get it over with. Because like being last is also terrible because you have to sit and like watch everybody else do theirs first.
Yeah.
Second is ideal.
Yeah. Alright, so MH has got 40 free health. That's usually fine for the next mission, but you can get melted. But I think it's fine. He might honestly get health if he knows, but he's ahead. But I think it'll be fine on 40 free health for fastest boat.
I don't think I've ever taken 43 damage on this mission.
No,
unless I've like messed up and got stuck, you know.
Yeah, like if you get like stuck or something and you have to like run around, like that can be a problem.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward drive. It's basically just like a straight line apart from this one turn, and that's it.
The corner is like pretty wide though. You could turn it onto 4 lanes, so you can pick wherever you're going.
Brock coming up on this really tough shooting segment. Does it pretty well. I think he got that better than MH, so probably saved a little bit of time there.
Yeah, the important thing is to kill the guys on the basketball court, like ASAP. Because if you leave them until last, then Lance is likely to kind of like transition over to the furthest away side. Like he kind of sways back and forth, and if he sways back, then they're not spawned in. Well, they are spawned in, but the game doesn't like, you know, it's too far away. The game can't render them in. So they're a lot harder to hit because you can't see them.
Yeah, they are really tough. MH had a bit of a driving accident on fastest boat. Didn't drown, thankfully, unlike another individual.
We've all been there.
We won't be naming names. Yeah, honestly.
I don't think there isn't a single mission I haven't drowned on, honestly.
Tough.
Happens.
Yeah. Alright.
Anyone else get stuck in this hedge maze as a kid?
Yes, I got stuck here in a race recently.
How?
I think it was my first time playing the game again in a while. It was like the first race I joined, and I got stuck in the maze.
Just didn't carry you.
Yeah. I did not know where I was going to get that sniper rifle.
48, by the way. Doesn't know how to navigate the hedge maze.
Alright, man. Alright. Alright, so MH got the kind of tough strat where you play like 2 close replays back to back to get movement in this opening cutscene. It saves like a second and a half, I think. Brock nailing that entry there, so definitely saving a bit of time on MH.
Even a tactical spin around, tactical 180 to use the Infernus to block the guys so he didn't die on 78 HP. Man, what a genius.
Yeah. What a genius. Okay. The big brains are coming out on this tournament in round 1, race 1.
That's how you win races, doing shit like that.
True. Alright, so MH is on another auto-scroller. Brock is about to start another auto-scroller.
Wait, MH's heli despawned? What the fuck?
Wait, really? I did not even notice that. Wait, how did that even happen then? Because his parking was pretty good.
Oh god. Maybe like he blocked it and like a Vassetti gang or like a pig tried to throw him out or something? I don't know. That's fucking unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't notice anything that would have caused that. I don't like that. It's known that the helicopter can despawn.
But the parking is like, you can park pretty much anywhere there and it won't despawn. Like,
Yeah.
you can be right on the edge of the water and you're fine.
Yeah. So that's a huge handicap for MH. Brock's helicopter is of course there. A backup strat you can do, which he can't do because I guess he didn't notice in time, is that you can park the boat from fastest boat and drive it to Cortez, but he obviously doesn't have that option anymore, so he's gonna have to drive around, which is really bad. And then he still doesn't have the helicopter. Remember, like I said, you use the helicopter for like half of the game. So not having it now is really devastating. Like he can of course get another one, but it's a huge detour.
Can you not like game control in this final S&D cutscene, like kill land, steal the boat and drive it off? Or would you fail the mission?
Nope. You cannot do that. The boat drives off on its own. Like it doesn't need Lance to be in it.
Oh, it's just like set to move. Like just coordinates or whatever.
Yeah, so I wonder what MH's plan is. I assume he'll take the Infernus and drive straight to Cortez. I'm pretty sure that's the fastest thing you can do here.
Yeah, I mean, surely you just grab the VCN after say SSU, right?
Yeah,
Can't think
that's
of a
what
better
I
way.
would do. Yeah.
Which is still a
It's
huge
the least-
detour because you're like halfway from downtown all the way up to the VCN place. It sucks.
Yeah, so Brock is definitely like, it doesn't look like it now, but it'll become apparent pretty soon that Brock is caught up by a lot because that helicopter is a big deal. Like losing it is huge.
Yeah, if Brock stays like on pace, he's ahead now, like long term. Whoever bet
So
60k on Burak knew. They knew.
Yeah, so this, what looks to be like over maybe like a minute and a half of driving is like 20 seconds in the helicopter. And that's just one drive.
One
that's
mission,
huge. Yeah.
He's still got to drive all the way back to the other island with, well, I guess you'll switch to the PCJ, but it's not that much faster than the Infernus.
Yeah.
Still way slower than the helicopter.
Yeah, so like Ben just said, he is switching to the PCJ for this mission. It's a very close race now. Like I said, you know, that minute or so difference earlier, like it's nothing if something goes wrong. Alright, so Brock nailing this end movement here in the cutscene. He's in the helicopter now, I assume. Like, I don't have game sound. Yeah, he definitely is. Alright, so he's flying over. And he's already like really close. Like that's how much that, you know, loses. And he's still gotta get another helicopter in H.
People who are saying can't he get the Sparrow around Vice Point? Number one, it would be slower anyway, because fun fact, the Sparrow is so slow that a PCJ on land is actually faster than a Sparrow in the air. And two, it's not even there right now. You have to beat Rebel for them to spawn. So,
and if it was, it's still a pretty big detour. It'd be even a bigger detour, I would say.
yeah, exactly. It's a big detour, and it's not. You don't even have that option. It doesn't spawn.
Yeah. All around, not a good option.
Your only other choice would be like the police heli, but if you're gonna drive up to the police heli, you might as well get the VCN heli.
Yeah, they are both pretty close to each other. MH getting caught on, this is a really annoying drive on the tank. Like if you get caught on the side of like a street light or something, yeah.
The tank is so bad for it. Like if you scrape against something, you just stop.
Especially with its really bad like acceleration, like getting back to full speed is really tough.
Yeah.
So MH is finishing the mission right as Brock is getting the tank about to finish the mission. So it's really, really close now. I suspect Brock is ahead, actually, with the helicopter. Like
he has to be. Like,
yeah.
MH is only like 15-20 seconds ahead now, and it takes longer than that to go and get the VCN heli.
Yeah, yeah.
And you've got a
True.
longer flight back as well, because you're going all the way from the VCN building.
I'm in the middle of something. What do you want?
All right, so Amish just glitched a bunch of cars. I believe those are the only cars he's glitched so far. So I think he's got 3,
We're going to have
4, and then
'cause otherwise
5, I think, or
5 is
4.
good.
We're in too far now.
Yeah.
If he only has 4,
Thanks
that's
for the
fine
call.
too.
Speak to you later.
Yeah, 4 is as good as it gets on most runs with this
Yeah.
route.
Yeah, I'd
And-
never expect 5 doing runs.
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays 4 is the meta.
Yeah.
You usually don't have problem.
Ooh,
Oh, he hit a
that's a
pedestrian. Oh,
fucking-
that's a really bad fall. That loses a lot of time
Yeah,
there.
his bike's gone
Time
flying.
he really doesn't want to lose right now either.
Mr. Magic ruining the round right there.
So true. Alright, so Brock is officially ahead. We can see that now, but he's ahead. He's in the helicopter. He's going to fly over to the Malibu. That was a really sick jump by MH.
That was sick, yeah.
Wicked, even.
Wicked. Do we have that amount? I hope we have that amount.
I don't know.
Wicked. We do.
Oh, we
Wicked.
do. We do.
Let's
Wicked.
go.
Alright. So next mission is Death Row. This mission can decide a few things because I'm not sure if runners would go for this, but the meta is like just running past everybody and just taking a lot of shots, and it's kind of random how many shots you take. So depending on what happens here, like they might have to opt for some safety armor or safety health or something, which isn't really that big of a deal because it's pretty insignificant going out of your way to get health and armor because there's a lot of convenient pickups, but still like interesting for races regardless because some players like to risk it more than others here and later in the run with health and stuff. So like a 20-ish second difference in favor of Brock now. Once again, like still basically means nothing. Like that's just like 1 or 2 mistakes.
Yeah,
I don't
MH is
know
on the way
where-
as well because he didn't make the cherry poppers replay.
Oh, is that where he's going now? I
Yeah,
wonder.
I mean, God, I hope so because he needs to make that replay.
Yeah. I probably would have done it before rub out. This seems like more of a detour to me, but
Yeah.
it worked. So it's fine. Yeah, okay, that is definitely where he's going. There's no doubt about it now. Yeah, that makes sense because like he was probably like, on tilt, like, helicopter's gone. Like he could have done
You
it
don't
on
think?
tilt,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not, it's not the muscle memory.
Yeah.
Alright. So Brock did safe strats on Death Row here. Or not, yeah, no, Death Row. This is the mission, yeah, Death Row. So he's got full armor, full health. Respect. See if
If I was
does
MH,
this.
I'd start running through it.
Yeah, he's
going
got to
to-
make up the time. Yep.
You
So
can tell because he's got
going
his nades out.
Yeah, yep.
There goes my careful planning blown to
All
shit.
right.
Thanks to you. You screwed up real
Yeah, he's
good,
got to make the
Lance.
time back, so
Killed
he's
my
got to start
brother.
play a little bit
What
risky,
do
I
you
think.
expect me to do,
Yeah.
mow his
I don't think he
lawns?
wants to
We're gonna
bank
have to
on
take
Brock
out that
making
prick Diaz
mistakes.
before he takes
That's not
us
the
out.
move.
You okay to use a gun?
No,
Sure.
if you're
Yes.
playing against someone with like a
Nice to see
59,
you
then
too.
sure, like
Let's
you
get
can
outta
bank on
here.
them probably making some big mistakes. But someone with the 52, like they know how to do very clean no resets,
Yeah.
most likely. And especially
Brock
we
Law.
said before, if they know they're ahead, they won't do
Yeah.
any dumb shit to try and lose time.
Yeah. It's unclear if they know if they're ahead or behind. I don't know if they're like checking in on each other, but we can speculate, I guess.
Are there any rules on stream sniping? do we have any rules on that? I mean, it's just
Well-
smart. I don't think you should ban it. It's just smart.
I don't know, like personally, like I wouldn't do it. I think it's bad for mental to like be constantly like stalking your opponent. So I wouldn't watch the
True.
stream.
Yeah, I guess it might be better.
I think it would
to
make you play worse. Like if
Yeah,
I saw that I'm
probably.
not, like if I saw that like I'm like falling behind, like it would make me tilted, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
But to each their own. Like maybe we're doing it, maybe we're not. It really kind of depends on how you treat it, like mentally and stuff.
I guess the best way to probably be it would just be like, imagine that your opponent is like playing pretty ideally, you know? So if you know your opponent has a 52, assume that they're
Mhm.
going to be hitting like 53, 54 no resets. Like, so you need to try and beat that. Like, if you're not on pace
Yeah.
to do that, start playing riskier.
Yeah, and like and I think like if that's what MH was doing, like he would know like he needs to catch up a little bit here.
Yeah.
So he might be playing risky for that reason as well.
Yeah, a big thing like the heli loss, I would definitely, like, you would assume that you're losing at that point.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing against like a beginner.
Alright, so slight difference in strats here. MH is going for the pill slide, which is really difficult because he's got to get a slide really quickly here to save any time. But if he does, that's pretty huge. And he does get it.
Nice.
So he's gonna save around less than around like 3-ish seconds over Brock here.
That's really tough to do.
But again, like that's not nothing. Like we were saying, like he's got to play a bit risky to catch up a little bit here.
Don't worry, Tommy. I'll cover you.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, doesn't want to risk that. Understandable.
Yeah. He would have died though 100%. Like.
Yeah, especially with that slow clip. It's kind of that clip is more or less kind of random. It's not like bashing on him for having a bad clip. Like it was just you don't want to risk that. Like because if you just don't clip through like that, like yeah, he would have died.
That's the thing is like the clip is so like you know, mechanically basic that once you get it down, all you can do is to run at the wall and hope. Like there's no fixing it or doing different strats. Like you just once you know the angle, you know the angle. That's all there is to it. You know? So sometimes you can spend 10-15 seconds running up the wall and you get nothing.
Yeah, so we have like a bit of a visual like how far ahead Brock is because they've both got in-game timers on this mission. So Brock is about 35 seconds ahead if the in-game timer is anything to go off of.
Yeah,
Goes for the
assuming
grenade.
that they haven't like made any big mistakes during the mission, but
yeah. So Brock was going for grenades, but he missed the first one, and now it looks like he's just going for all Uzi, which is fine. The grenades here, and I know MH is definitely going to go for these. They save a lot. So
I don't actually know how much they save. I haven't looked into this, but it seems like a lot because it removes the randomness too.
Yeah. So yeah, MH is of course going for them. Like he always goes to these. He missed one of the windows, I think. Yeah, so he's gonna go for it. Yeah, okay. That's not a big deal. He probably lost like a second.
Yeah. You have to come up here anyway. So.
Yeah. He's still saving a ton over Uzi Shakedown, so definitely not anything to scoff at. He's getting shot at. If you get shot at, you like have a chance. I actually don't know if it's 100% to say. It feels like it's like kind of random, where you just kind of get stun locked and it cancels like your throw, like what just happened there.
Or you can drop it at your foot by mistake as well.
Yeah, super annoying. All in all, that was a decent shakedown. Definitely caught up a considerable amount to Brock there.
He's only about maybe 20 seconds behind now.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see what a good in-game time finish is for an Uzi Shakedown versus a nade one, because he's besides the heli flight, which is pretty easy to get optimally. You know, you would be able to very easily see how much time it saves.
Yeah. I wasn't quite paying attention to their in-game times, but a good one for grenades is around like 3:36. That's pretty good. I can't remember. I mean, Uzi Shakedown has been obsolete for years now. I don't remember what a good Uzi Shakedown was.
No.
Regardless, Brock executed it pretty well, aside from the missed grenade of a start. So, I'd say for both of them, it went pretty well.
And even if you miss that first grenade, like, not a big deal. And like, if you throw it and break a few windows, it's still better than using the Uzi anyway. So, it's like the more nades you use, the better, really.
Yeah. Alright, bar brawl. Another mission that can be done pretty risky, but I assume that they're going to take this one safe, because if you do go for one nade, as it's called, and you miss it, like that's pretty devastating. So I assume they're both going to go for 2 nades here.
Keep it straight.
Alright, so yeah, Brock is definitely going for 2 nades. Yep. Nice and easy. Respect.
Even 2 nades can fuck you up. Like, it's not...
Yeah.
Not a done deal if you throw 2.
Yeah. Kind of nervous on the aim. Nearly got a pop tire, I feel like, on this one with that shaky aim.
Yeah.
Alright. MH is going to go for 1 nade. Looks like that will work, actually. Oh, well, that's fine. Yeah. So if you, like, barely don't throw far enough, like, you'll kill mostly everyone, and then you'll set fire to that car that's in there, which will finish them off. Which is a little bit...
fucking clean.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, that snipe was really good. It's a little bit slower than Tune 8 if that happens, but yeah, it's nothing to really complain about in a race. So I think he's feeling fine about that.
I think just in general,
Alright.
like a lot of people sleep on the movement and stuff. You know, around just like even this drive, for example, has a lot of like quick movement, and MH can save a lot of time just
Yeah.
from his experience.
Yeah.
Howdy, son. Just thought I'd ring you up and give you some advice.
Like I think a lot of
Yeah.
the catch up that he's been doing has just been like, you know, a second here, 2 seconds there on drives and
Yeah.
stuff.
You catch my drift?
hmm
I
It adds
reckon
up.
So.
All right,
This
then,
mission's a
keep your
huge
eyes
one. This
open,
one is
and
make
you
or break,
might find
especially in
a
races, I
perfect
think.
business opportunity.
Yeah,
Can go
if
very
either of these
long.
fail this mission, they're done
Yeah.
at this level.
Not even just that, but like even like on a minor level, like crashing here is pretty common. Like falling off the bike, I mean. Because there are roadblocks, there are tight turns, there are cop cars flying at you. Like, gotta be really careful. There's cops everywhere.
Oh, Burak ran
Um,
through the cut in
yeah,
the
that was
corner there.
close.
I like that.
But Burak seems to be safe for now. That's part 1 of the mission done. There's still some more hell to go for the first.
You see, MH is
that was
he is
close.
flooring it through this. Like he is
Yeah.
not even thinking about slowing down.
Yeah. Respect.
Yeah, that was a fast drive.
They both got through this PCJ drive unharmed. MH is going for a chainsaw strat.
That looks
Nails it. Yep. That saves about a second over not doing it.
Yeah, mine too.
So
mine
yeah,
too.
I guess he really wants that second. It's not a hard strat, to be fair. I'm not really surprised he went for that, even in like a race like this. All right, Brock entering the mall. That's good. Yep, taking it nice and safe. I respect the safe movement. All right, so this is what I was talking about earlier. So, all right, I guess we'll see how this goes first before I explain that. So, Brock is again going to take it safe, kill that guy. Yeah, so he's going to get away pretty free, it looks like. As for MH, let's see how his takeoff goes. No cops at the helicopter, that's good.
He can just drive by this and he'll be good.
Yep.
Yeah, there's like
Okay.
10 seconds in this going into let go.
Yeah. So, most of the worst is over, but the duping segment can also be really tough. But they're both experienced players. I don't doubt but they'll get through it mostly fine. There is one thing coming up that is kind of tough, and it's the Rampage buy, which I assume most are familiar with, but in case you're not, it's kind of random. You have to time it really precisely, and even if you time it precisely, you can still kind of get fucked up. And if you, worst case scenario, you lose like 2 minutes. I hope that doesn't happen to either of these runners. That would be devastating.
Yeah,
But
you
it
guys
would-
know the song by Fort Minor, 70% luck, 30% skill? That's the Printworks Rampage buy.
Is that a real? Are you making that up?
No, it's like 10% luck, 20% skill or something. But,
Oh.
yeah. And I didn't even say it right. I tried to make that joke and it's the other way around. I meant 70% skill, 30% luck. Like, if you're bad at the Printworks buy, you'll never get it. But even if you're perfect at it, you'll fail it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a joke in there
Alright.
somewhere. I fucked it up. Shut up.
No worries, man. It's fine. You're gonna next time.
Hello, Sonny.
That's right, Sonny. We're all
All right.
friends.
So Rampage replay for Rock. This is moment of truth. He's gonna. I assume he'll go for the Rampage buy. Maybe he'll save. I don't know. We'll see what he does here.
Well, I've heard you've been very
So he
alright.
goes for it.
Oh.
He gets it.
Drug barons
That's the sigh of relief. Let's see.
Now-
if MH
now it's
gets
on
it.
MH.
Oh,
Tommy, because I can assure
let's
you,
go, MH.
You lose 2 minutes if this fails. Got it.
Oh, they both got it. Nice.
Oh, God.
All right, that's great. It's always super heartbreaking to see because it's not really your fault if
Yeah.
that goes wrong most of the time. So it's kind of a shame if it happens.
At this level, these runners, every time they do it, they'll do it right. So if you fail it, it's not your fault.
Yeah,
It's
this
rare
is
to
a really
mess it up.
close race. So yeah, this is what I was gonna explain earlier. So the whole thing of like health and armor. So MH has 100 health. He can do this mission with 100 health. I don't think it's a great idea in a race to risk it. So I assume he'll go for armor, but maybe he won't because he really wants to save his time.
I would
Um,
risk it.
Burak has got 43 armor, 100 health, so I think there's no chance but Brock dies, but technically he can.
Yeah.
So I don't expect him to go for armor here. MH might go for armor. I guess we'll see. Armor really only loses like, I think it's like 3 seconds or something. Like it's or even less than that.
Oh my
he's
god!
out.
All right.
Okay,
Oh
now
god. Oh god.
I think he
God.
definitely wants to get the armor now because I mean
Oh
that
god.
23 health, like that makes a difference. That's a really tough fall, but
Yeah. Oh god.
damn.
It's fairly unfortunate if you take 100 damage and die. 77 is very realistic numbers to
Yeah.
be shot. Like,
Yeah,
you can
for sure.
take that.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be ballsy to not take the armor now, I think.
Yeah. God.
Alright, so Brock, of course, is chilling. He's gotten through there. He's gonna
Yeah, he
do
has
the
to heal. Yeah.
shoutouts to the Joshua's jump. Oh my god. Nails it. Let's go. And the bike is in a perfect
Oh, that
position
is.
as
Oh,
well.
that is a shaggable
Let's
fucking.
go.
Oh
That
god.
is shaggable.
Honestly,
shaggable
if
for sure.
it were ethical to shag a PCJ placement on spilling the beans, honestly,
sure.
I will not finish that sentence.
Forget ethical. Like if it was possible, like I mean, I don't know, man. They both get a pretty good position here. Man, that's crazy. Calm down.
Damn. And the armor wasn't
Alright,
worth it. Wasn't
Yeah,
worth
he
it.
barely
Captain
took
Hindsight,
damage.
I wouldn't have taken the
Classic.
armor.
Yeah. Oh man, if only I knew, I wouldn't have taken him, man. All right, so this is a nail biter duping segment. So this can go wrong, but like I said, they're pretty experienced players. But you never know. It is a race. They both got to instapass cherry poppers 5 times. That's 5 potential times. Something can go drastically wrong.
Yeah. Especially if you're
Um,
going for fade skips and stuff. These
Yeah,
are
that's a
not
good
easy.
point.
Especially
Like,
the
they're
first
going for
one.
fade skip.
First one's the hardest.
Brock
Brock
is
is
going for
going for
fade
them.
skips. Yep.
That was good.
Yep. Okay, so that's 1 for Brock. MH is coming up to his first one here. This is a really close race. Oh my god. So they're both going to go for fade skips. I am not surprised.
It's
They're
crazy
both-
how I didn't think this was going to be close one way, and
MH
then
got
10
a
minutes
mission
into the
one!
race. Oh
He didn't get the
no!
ball. Oh, that's bad. So
That's
that's
it.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
So I wonder what his plan is.
He hasn't realized.
Has he not realized?
No, he hasn't realized.
He hasn't realized. Oh
Yeah.
no.
I don't even
Okay.
know the best way to recover this. You have to like go and fail the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go and die,
I think
which
he
is
has to
so
die,
bad.
Yeah. Okay, that's really tough for MH.
Oh fuck!
Brock is just running away with it here.
Just shoot the bike, man.
What's
Is
the
he gonna
plan?
go
What's
fail the
next
mission and
plan?
keep the bike? I don't know, man. I don't know
Is
what's
he gonna
worth
go
it. Is it
shoot
worth dying or is
her?
it worth just shooting the hell? I think it's just worth shooting the helicopter now, like failing the mission.
Oh, does he
Like
want to keep his
sniping,
guns, I
sniping them
wonder?
before. But God, I don't know.
He's not just gonna do a mission, is he? Surely not. No,
I
he's
mean,
gonna blow up the helicopter right
if he wants to make sure that he never finishes, then he can do that, I guess. What you should do
Oh,
is
yeah.
snipe the lady out the helicopter, ideally. Yeah,
Oh, that
this is
would
what
be
he's
cool.
going
That
for.
would be content, actually. Can you do that? I've never seen this done.
I mean, it's hard, I imagine. But yeah, if not, then just upload it up
There
and
you
go.
Yeah. So he wants to keep his weapons. Fair enough. That's really tragic. It's gonna be really tough to come back from this. I'm not. I've lost count of how many dupes Brock is on. He's just done his 5th one.
It's done.
okay.
It's done. Yeah.
There's not really a lot left that can go wrong enough that MH can catch up, unfortunately.
I might have to set up the call. And there's no cheater. Oh
And
my
there's no
god. I
cheater.
would be
What
throwing
is
my
going
entire setup
on?
out the window at this point, honestly.
Same.
That is fucking unlucky.
Oh no, that's not how you like. That's not what you like to see, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
it's tragic. Oh, dear.
All right,
That's the
so
thing.
Brock,
End game.
yeah, it's tough.
And he has a wanted level, so you can't get the
Oh, yeah.
call.
Oh,
It just all falls
Oh,
apart.
man. And now he's gonna get this, and the call's gonna come in. He's gonna have to wait for the call. Ay, ay, ay. Damn. All right, so he's gonna do traditional 2015 strats. Sip.
2015 strats. Oh, you mean Vigilante?
Well, not with the cop car, but like with the cheetah and the whole.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I thought you meant Burak doing this line skip. So I
No,
was like, what?
Well, this is quite newer than 2015. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is Lazy Hit the Courier, I believe it is still known as.
Shouts to Lazy Useless, man. What a boy.
Yeah,
He is
shout
not
out.
lazy and he is not useless.
He is not lazy. He is not useless. He is in fact very intelligent and very proactive.
Yeah.
So
They should
I don't
call
know
him
why, but
intelligent proactive,
that
man.
means nothing. I don't know. All right, but he's getting the strap pretty fine. It seems he's gonna chainsaw the lady and then get out of there as quick as he can. He wants to get back to Printworks as fast as he can, because he wants to get there before a call comes in, so he can set up an instant phone call after this mission. MH is, I think, on like his 3rd or 4th dupe now, chilling with the cop car. All right, so I'm not sure. Is Brock gonna go for the risky ending here? I'm not sure. Oh, he jumps off. Okay, so he's doing the traditional ending. That's fine. Yeah. So he's got to land next to that marker so he buffers a call, or rather, like prevents the call from coming in.
Yeah, it blocks calls coming in if you stand too
And
close
then-
to the buy markers.
And 1 frame before this mission passes, it updates the like assets completed count, and he gets his phone call before the mission passes. So like, you just get a phone call instantly here.
Ah, is that how that
Protect.
works? That's cool.
Yeah, that is how it works. Shout out to Lazy Useless Man.
What a boy.
Yeah. All right, so CTC, this mission's really tough, and there is a snipe at the beginning. Is he gonna go for the snipe?
Replay
Looks like
list,
he's gonna
pause
set it
fish.
up. Shoutouts to the guy with reference. So he goes for it. Looks like he's barely off by a bit. I can't really tell.
Yeah,
this
I don't
reference.
remember this
I'm
reference.
not too familiar with it. He doesn't get it. That's
Fuck this
not a
strat.
big deal. Yeah, tough. With any luck, we can see MH go for it later on.
Has this been like figured out yet, by the way? Like you guys were talking about how like you do less damage per shot if you play replays. So there was a point where it was like you do replay lists, but it's not faster or whatever.
It was discovered that if you play a replay at any point, it makes them die slower with the sniper rifle. They take more damage. And it was also discovered that replays, so sniper rifles, like they have bullet travel, right? Like they're not like instantaneous, like they travel to the target. Brock missing these guys, that's kind of unfortunate. He'll just chase them back, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it was discovered that bullets travel during replays, and they won't hit anything during replays, so they can skip right past them. So if you're spamming replays, it's very likely that bullets just don't hit them like that. So that's probably what happened. Like it was probably aiming at the right spot. But yeah, just that replay thing.
So in theory, if you want a consistent, like for the sake of showcasing a CTC snipe in like a marathon or something, you should just not use replays. You should just line it up and just shoot slowly.
What's the problem, Lance?
Yeah, I mean, you can also do the new 2-shot setup, which is fastest. Not sure like how many runners will go for that during this tournament, but hopefully we see it at least a few times. It'd be cool to see. Maybe MH goes for it actually. I think MH knows how to do it. We'll see. All right, Brock finishing up Cap the Collector. On to the last mission. I think
Yeah.
MH is going to need a miracle to come back at this point. Maybe might need to pay off Brock to die a few times. On
Speaking of dying,
uh-oh.
those
He
shotgun
just needs this
ladies.
call to come in. Oh, they're closing in.
Oh
on him.
God!
Run! Okay, he's got the call. He's fine.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, so for all who are not familiar, they do not attack you when you are on a phone call. Because it's intended that you can't defend yourself when you're on a phone call. Yes, a very interesting end to hit a courier here.
God.
Right.
Burak should win this, unless he fails. He would have to fail KOC twice, I think.
I think more than that. I think like 3 times.
Yeah,
might-
which
I
is
might be,
pretty
like-
hard to do.
Yeah, I might be underestimating it. I will say, like, Brock had a very clean run. Like, I don't really think he had anything, like, bigger than, like, a few bike crashes here and there, right? Like,
I mean, yeah,
played
this is gonna be
really
like what, like a, I didn't see the mission start time, but like a 54 or something, like a low 54.
yeah. Like, shout outs. Like, I can't remember, like, any, like, big time losses. Few, like, driving errors and stuff. Really good race for him. He's definitely
He's made the replay, which is making me raise my
He's going
eyebrows.
for the fans. for the fans.
Yeah, he has like a guaranteed 54, low 54 here. If he doesn't go,
Wait,
So
MH is
keep
going
your
for
clothes
a 2
clean.
shot here. He's going for a 2 shot, so he goes for 1 there. Oh, he missed. I think one of them. I can't remember. It's really hard to tell. He does a weird setup here.
I was gonna say, what is that? You like
He's
aim
doing-
and then stop aiming? Does that
Yeah,
somehow?
So he has a setup where like he aims, shoots, and then he adjusts his aim in third person and then aims in again to like quick scope them.
Oh, so you shoot the other guy behind.
Yeah, I think the setup was off because it's raining or something. Because I mean, I
Oh,
don't.
yeah,
I trust
maybe.
that he knows how to do his setup. I just think maybe like it was raining, so that the position is off or something. Yeah, that is a shame. But that is more or less what the 2 shot is supposed to look like. Brock is gonna go for the tough
I
strat
can't
here.
watch.
Is gonna
I
get
can't
it.
watch.
He died!
Ah!
No! Oh my god, that's what
no,
MH needed!
God.
That's
Oh,
actually what he needed!
Oh,
my
no! No! Who added him and told him to do it? Who did that?
I think he's still gonna need to fail one more time to have MH come back, but oh my god, I didn't expect it to be so close, because now MH is probably only like a minute behind or so now.
Lashenka added him and said if he doesn't do it, like you're a pussy or something. I would laugh so much if he read that and did it and died.
I will say that was super. I've never seen anyone die that fast on that. Like that was
Yeah, he
crazy.
got fucked up. Like it's
That
worth
was
noting when
insane.
as soon as that cutscene triggers, you get full heal. So it doesn't matter what health you're on. You're at 200 health, and he got wrecked.
I'm in shock. I genuinely like. I don't know how that
Holy
happened.
fuck.
Yeah, so like only like it must be like only like a minute difference then.
Tommy, it's Lance. We got big
Oh wait, you get the HP after the cutscene? Oh, okay. Then that makes sense because
Oh.
he got destroyed before it. He was on like
Oh, he did.
120
Oh, okay.
health or something. That's
Oh,
why
in that
he
case,
got massacred. Yeah, he was getting shot by like 8 dudes.
But look, now we're on the same mission, so it looks like it's really close. I mean, it is really close to be honest. Like it's still like a minute difference. Like that's crazy.
I need to get ready on time for both of them.
Mm.
What a race! What a race to kick things off. God damn.
Will he go for it again? Because like I don't think he'll go for it again.
MH
like,
is going
even if
for a car setup.
Yeah.
I think I've seen this before.
Yeah, this is weird. I don't know how this works. Regardless of if Brock is like checking on the stream or anything, I don't think he wants to risk going for it again because I think he knows, but it could make a difference here.
For all he knows, he just lost the race doing that. Like he
That's
he
also true.
might not know that he's minutes ahead and he just went for it to try
That's
and
also
win.
true.
Like he might not even know that he's still winning.
That's so true, Oomphy. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said that.
No one to cover your ass now, eh,
Oh
Tommy?
my god, what a slobber knocker to start things off.
Oh, you think so?
What does that mean?
A slobber knocker?
Yeah, what does that mean?
God, I don't know how to translate that. Help me in the chat.
Okay, so Brock doesn't have any guns, so he's kind of struggling here with this Tech 9. He's not dying.
He
though,
can't
so it's
fight his
fine.
way up the stairs. All right, there we go.
Alright, so Sunny spawned. It's looking pretty grim for MH here. There's not really a lot of ways to fuck this up.
Yeah, with an M4, you should be fine.
Yeah, should be.
Should be.
All right, shoots at Sunny.
That's
oh,
it.
Wait.
Oh,
there he goes.
ah,
All right, that's time for Brock. GG.
G fucking G.
What a race! It was actually super close.
What a race.
And MH is finishing up now too. Oh wait.
Ah,
Oh wait. He doesn't. Okay, maybe not.
wait,
maybe
what is
not.
happening?
I
Is
don't know.
Lance not dead?
did he turn
Lance
it
isn't
off?
dead.
Wait, what? He forgot
What?
to kill Lance. He
Wait,
forgot
what?
to kill Lance.
Did he just never kill him? Like, did he just not attack Lance at all?
I don't know what happened. Did anyone
Can you
notice? Did
imagine?
anyone see what
Lance
happened?
is stood there like, I've just betrayed Tommy. What's he gonna do? And Tommy's just stood there running at the wall.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
15
fucking
years
god.
from me, sonny. And now
All
I'm gonna
right.
make
Well,
you
it's still
pay.
super
Still don't get
close.
it, do ya? I own you, Tommy. Those 15 years were mine.
I don't know how that happened. I think we might need to do a post game interview on that one.
Yeah, definitely get these boys in.
All right. MH
That's
kills him,
it.
and that's GG for both of them.
What a race. Holy
That
fuck.
was an interesting finish, guys. What do you guys think about that one? Are they can they unmute themselves? What's
Yeah,
going on
they
here?
can.
All right. What's up, guys? How you guys feeling? Congrats on your win, Brock, if you weren't already made aware.
I am aware right now. And I'm pretty shocked.
That was so how do you guys feel? How do you feel, Brock, about your win? Are you surprised? Are you not surprised? Were you nervous?
Of course I'm surprised. I mean, dude, I got 57. How can I win?
You were playing really well. Like I was saying this before, like I didn't really notice any big mistakes. Like there were a few driving mistakes, but I think like you were playing really solid, man. Like that was a really good race for you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right,
Alright,
MH, how you
question for
feeling,
you.
man?
Did you have the
Oh, yeah,
stream up? Did you know that you were minutes ahead at one point?
I didn't know I was minutes ahead. I had the chat on my second screen, but wasn't really paying attention to it.
Okay, because I didn't know if you went for Pepega KYFC to like try and show off, and then you died, and I was like, oh my god, like, can you imagine if he throws this?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew, because chat was telling you to go for it, so I didn't know if you read and was
Yeah.
influenced by them.
Yeah, I influenced by the chat.
I told
but
you, I said you would be, I knew it.
dude.
Yeah, I wasn't going to, but people were chanting, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, for the fans, I fucking respect it. That's a winner mentality right there.
That's true. That is a winner mentality. All right, MH, how you feeling, man?
Embarrassing.
I'm gonna say
I did gold my cop plant split, but okay. First of all, why the fuck did my heli despawn? Why the fuck did my heli despawn?
Yeah, we have
I
no
was gonna
idea.
say-
I genuinely have no
if you
clue.
knew what happened, because I was trying to figure it out. I didn't see anything wrong.
Yeah.
The
We were
only
saying as well,
thing-
like when you were, we were saying like we didn't know if you knew that you were behind. Obviously, you would think that you were with your heli despawning, but your copland, like that was like nearly flawless. That copland split was so good, and I was saying like you are doing like every minor optimization and nailing them to try and catch up. And then going into late game, there was like 10 seconds in it. Even though you lost your heli, you brought it all back. And then the fucking on mission 1 hit the courier. Like, oh god.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
that was rough.
Yeah.
Oh, god.
And I thought I had the snipe lineup too, but like I guess the rain made it like a little bit different.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
The whole thing was just kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about what you expect from this game. So whatever.
No worries, man. I mean, like you played really well. You both played really well. Like there was just some like unfortunate mishaps
Yeah.
along the way. Like it happened. This game,
GG.
this game's tough. Yeah, GG's for sure.
You put on a hell of a show.
exciting series. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
guys are,
is
like,
there
super close.
I was gonna say, is there like any loser bracket or is it exclusively knockouts?
It's exclusively knockouts. So
All
Brock
right.
advanced. MH is
Yeah.
out.
So Burak is gonna take on the winner of KZ Fruit and Bitter, right? I think
Ooh,
I checked before.
That's an exciting race. I'm really excited for that race.
Let me
That's
check
gonna
my
be-
calendar. We have some races lined up already, and one of them is KZ Fruit and Bitter. I don't remember which one. I think they're going third. So I think
Hmm.
they're on Wednesday. So the next race is gonna, unless they pre-book some races in between.
Yeah.
The next race that has been confirmed is Anti and Andre, which should be also one hell of a race. I'm gonna be very excited for that one. That one is. I meant to ask you this, Aiden. So you said 7 p.m. UTC. You do
Yeah.
mean UTC, right? Not like British time.
Yeah.
UTC. Okay.
Yeah.
So 7 p.m. UTC. If you don't know when that is, just Google when is 7 p.m. UTC and it will tell you in your time zone. You can figure it
Yeah.
out. And then we have 2 races planned for Wednesday night around the same time, maybe a bit later, probably like 9 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. UTC. And that is Kazifu and Bitter as one of them. And Lashenka and Ezekar, I think. Is the other
Yep.
one? Yeah.
Mhm. Very
So-
exciting races.
Yeah,
So
got
many
some
banger
coming
races
out in the
coming up.
week.
Super excited. Some bangers coming up, guys. You guys don't
Yeah.
want to miss any of them. If you guys miss any of them, like, oh god, man, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Yeah, I would honestly be so embarrassed.
yeah. Okay,
Oh yeah,
well.
prediction before we go offline. Prediction.
Oh, right. Of course, yeah.
Congratulations to the gamblers. And remember, keep gambling. It's important.
Keep gambling. 90% of gamblers quit right before they win it big.
True. So true, actually.
So true.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you for joining me, Aiden. Will we be seeing you on Tuesday for
If
your
I-
race?
If I am awake, and I will be awake, because thanks to this, I fixed my sleep schedule. So you guys will see me in 2 days against Andre. I'm very excited for that race. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for all of these races. There's so many bangers this week. Oh my god! Like you guys
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah, keep an eye out on the GTA Discord for sure, because there might be some more races announced before Tuesday. We might even do some tomorrow. Like, it's up to the runners to decide when they're going to race.
Yep.
So just keep your ear to the ground.